Okay, this one is about brain frequencies and the way they resonate, so to say. So let me bring you to this chart where you can see the different states of our human brain. In this case, they can be in 4/5 states, which is beta, let me say the state that you are, that most of people are in. This is sort of the automation state where you are working, you are alert with what you do, but nothing special is happening. You just are, so to say. Then you have this prefrontal cortex activated mode, this alpha state, and your peaks and lows become more higher, but the frequency is also wider, you see? So it takes longer to take a beat, so to say. So the waves are higher, intenser, but there are less waves. This is the more relaxed reflecting waves, which makes sense because there are less waves, so to say, and you experience the waves more powerful. So this is a very good state to be in. You are more aware, so to say. And then we've got an even more beautiful state for creation. And this is the one that I want to talk about. This is your theta state. You see there are even less waves than there are in your relaxed phase. And the peaks are also less high and low. So this is your more balanced, crystal clear moment. Okay, so let me finish this explanation and then we can go back to the theta space. Then eventually you have a delta phase where you sleep and dream. Don't get this overview wrong. Your brains are most active when you are asleep. So although there is less frequency, there is more and more happening over there. Okay, so this theta state, you often move from alpha or beta to theta and delta just before you go to sleep or just when you wake up. These are the moments when you are your most creative. These are the moments where you have your best ideas, so to say. And just before you sleep, sometimes it helps to write, to let a notepad down there, or if that's not your style, because that you might start scribbling down all these weird. But if you want to collect ideas, it might be an idea to get a pen and paper somewhere in your area. I used, and nowadays don't use that anymore, but I used a pen that lights up in the dark when I press it, so I don't have to wake up my wife when I got all these weird ideas in the middle of the night or inspirations. Then I drop them and boop, I fall back down asleep, so I don't have to get up and disturb my sleep, so to say. I do the same before and after I go to sleep, when I wake up. This is a way, but you can deliberately, you don't have to go to sleep. You can also use this system when, or for example, as I think it was either Newton or, well, let's say in Japan they use this technique for as well, and there are some famous scientists in the past that also did this. I think it was Newton, probably not, pretty sure it wasn't, but let somebody fact check me here. But they use the following technique. You take an iron ball. Okay, so when you have this ball, place it on the ground, go lay on a couch or sit on a chair, whatever works for you. Probably best to use a chair. Get a set of keys or something that makes a lot of noise in your left or right hand, for that matter. And when hold it above the ball. When you nearly fell asleep, your hand drops, your key drops, and pang, you have a snapping sound, and tada, you wake up and you are in your theta state. You are in your most creative, connecting space, and that's where ideas happen. Better be sure to have a pen and paper or audio recording or whatever, a recording device to record your ideas, and then later, when you are in a different state, you can execute on those things. If you're not willing to do this sleeping method, this trick, or if you don't want to wait for going to sleep or awakening, you can also take showers. Showers are also a deep form of relaxation for people, and they often tend to trigger this state as well. So I challenge you to either ask ChatGPT for that matter for any ideas, but of course you can also tinker with this yourself. The best tip, what works for me, as well, is to engage also in physical activity. Again, get into your body and out of your mind. In other words, when the body starts moving, well, you know how the saying goes. So a very powerful move to activate this is also to slow down your movements. So when you slow down your talk or when you are very deliberate making hand movements, you become more aware, and this is where your mind follows your body. Your mind is very, you can, if you are aware of your body, your mind will follow, so to say. This is about the saying, the mind is a great servant, but a terrible master. So make your mind a server by becoming super aware of your body. More tricks later. Also, daydreaming, Theta State, daydreaming activates Theta State. That's the one you might like. Just let all the ideas flow out. Just drift off. Watch outside of your window. Let your ideas go, so to say. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 trick. I'm not sure if I discussed this already, but 5 things you see, 4 things you hear, 3 things you feel, 2 things you smell, and 1 thing you taste. Yep. Binaural beats, music, brainwave entertainment also help for this. So certain colored sounds, so to say. And I think that's you can get into a lot. I asked ChatGPT about all these activities. There's a huge list, like make it habits, move, embrace flow activities, practice mindful activities. Meditation helps a lot. There are meditation techniques to get you into this theta state, but those are for later phase. ChatGPT. So remember that everybody's brain patterns are unique. So we all have different frequencies, so to say. You can adjust your frequency with all these tricks. Music tends to do very well because music is also its frequency, and you cannot change the music by changing your brain frequency. Other, of course, than switching a button. But your brain can adjust to the music's frequency. So if you want to feel better, turn on happy music. But this is also why you often, when you feel really shitty, you can't swallow or you can't digest happy music. So it's on a different frequency, so to say. Lastly, it's essential to create these environments of relaxation so that you have no distractions. I can't emphasize this enough. Get rid of your phone, disconnect, go walk in nature, find your safe haven, but it's your life and you are worthy of a little bit of me time. So definitely realize that not only external things are disconnecting you, but also the voices inside of your head. Try to shut them down by doing these exercises, and you will see that you will get more easily and more frequently into this theta state.